Don't cuss right now. I need like 30 seconds, 2 minutes or something like that. Gotta put it in my mouth. Damn. It's you. That was a computer talking. Look, I'm monitoring myself.
First person come over here.
Yeah, this computer is trash. It look way different. It look way different. I could look good quality. Can you tell me how it sounds? On the thing. 2 minutes yet? Okay. That was too much fucking cut.
2 minutes for what? All I need is cut. My fucking butt.
Yeah.
Don't hate on me. Hit them with the I gotta go away. So I hit you with the 38.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
I just want to pause. Why does it pause? It won't pause. No, it's just pause.
All right, big cut.
What's up, YouTube? It's the Hood Trucker Show, and I'm the Hood Trucker. Tonight, we're introducing a new segment of the show called Mark of the Week. Mark. You remember that? What was that scene? What was it? Boys in the Hood?
Because Boys in the Hood is always hard.
Right. Boys in the Hood, right? And then dude shook out the gun out the window, and he took off running, and he said, Mark. And before he pulled off, and he was scared and shit, he said, Mark. Well, Mark is an old school word for sucker. What else? Hook. Hook is another old school word. What they call them nowadays? Whole ass niggas. The same thing. Well, tonight we talking about the Mark, aka Hook, aka suck ass nigga, aka what's the other one? Whole ass nigga. And that is Ricky Williams. The dude known as Ricky Williams. Not AKA, yeah, AKA the whole ass nigga. But his real name is Eric Williams. Apparently, you know, they call him Ricky for short. His name was Eric. They call him Ricky for short. Okay. When asked about what transpired with him taking on his wife's last name, matter of fact, where my phone at? I don't know where my phone is. Where my phone at? Can you help me find my phone? It's up there. It's up there. It's up there. Please, up there. Up there. Up there. The name on his birth certificate is Eric Williams, but he changed his name to Eric Myron. The reason that's significant is because his wife name is Linnea, Linnea, Myron, Miron. Okay. So what he basically did is he took his wife's last name. If that's not the ultimate bitch move, I don't know what is. That's why he's Mark of the Week.
Can you take my love?
Hell no. Listen. Mark of the Week. Now, if he said that he did that to bring balance to the marriage. So, are you saying that the only way you can bring balance to the marriage is by taking on the wife's last name? Because look, tradition is the wife takes on the man's last name because the man is the one that lays the pipe and that's the lineage. That's the lineage of the man, right?
Why does he lay the pipe?
He's supposed to lay the pipe, but here's the thing. That's how that's how traditionally that's how it goes. And so you can break that cycle, but do you really want to be the first one to break that cycle? Because look, you have the first transgender Barbie who was released. What's that dude's name?
Laverne Cox.
Laverne Cox. And the Barbie's also called Laverne Cox, possibly. And it's kind of it's a little ironic that a transgender last name would be Cox, but it is what it is. So, do you really want to be the first? Because look, what are you doing to the black community when you are the first transgender Barbie, and you happen to be black? That's not doing a whole lot for the black community. You're already putting top name comedians in dresses. Wesley Snipes was in a dress. Who else is in the dress? I don't particularly like Dave Chappelle for the fact that he didn't want low income housing in his community. Not like they was moving right next door, but in his city, he didn't want them. And went so far as to say, if you let these people in, I'm gonna pull my $60 million investment out of the city. I lost 1,000% respect for Dave Chappelle when he did that. Now, Dave Chappelle did not get an address though. He didn't get an address, so I commend him for that. But you look at a Ricky Williams who's taking on the white wife's last name. Now, in my opinion, if you marry a white woman in the first place, you're a sucker. Because a lot of times when black men marry white women, they're a little goofy. They talk different. They dress different. They're overall different. We were just discussing this the other day. I was like, why do these dudes they look different, they talk different, they walk different, everything's different about them. These are the ones that marry and get involved with white women. It's amazing to me. Like, and then you get like these fresh and fit clowns who want to say, "Oh, we don't date on the dark side," and they want to bash black women. Okay, listen, if you don't date black women for whatever reason, does that mean you have to bash black women? Listen, I don't. I've dated pretty much every race, but I don't bash the ones that I don't prefer not to date. I prefer to date black women. I've dated other women, but I prefer to date black women. But I don't bash other races of women just because I don't really like that experience. But here's the thing: Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, bitch ass. Uh, a lot of these motherfuckers. You know who Kevin Samuels is? Kevin Samuels, the one that he just died. Yeah, he just died. But he made a living bashing black women. Fresh and Fit is big because they bash black women, and they have like misogynistic views. They were on some somebody's channel, Australian or something like that, and they was looking ridiculous over there. But even they the people the show that they were on, they even said they looked ridiculous, and they had misogynistic views and that kind of thing. So it's crazy. So you got Ricky Williams, you got Shannon Sharp the other day saying that he was talking about another black basketball player that was getting a backlash for having a white wife. I'm not sure exactly what was going on with him, but that's a side issue because okay, if you have an issue and you're not dating a black woman, okay, that's fine. But here's the thing: Shannon Sharp's response to the backlash on behalf of that basketball player was to say, you can't force someone to date black and live in misery. As if to say that dating a black woman would be miserable. Why would somebody say that? Okay, because your particular circumstance with black women made it so that you don't like black women anymore, because that's why you would then go seek something else. But here's the thing: why is it that you can't handle a black woman? That might be my question, because I know some pimp dudes. I know a lot of pimps, matter of fact, and pretty much all of them say that they don't pimp on black girls, and the reason is that, what do they say? Uh, a white girl, no, a black girl will make you pimp. A white girl will let you pimp. I mean, that's what they say. And by the way, feel free to contribute to the channel. We'd appreciate it. The links at the top of the pinned on top of the live chat. Please feel free to contribute. Give us a love donation. We definitely appreciate it. Majestic Pharaoh says it's self-hate. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why would you date someone that's going to water down the culture, water down the lineage? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? And why? And then so much. Why would you then, badmouth black women? I don't understand that. Like, if you don't get along with black women, go find another one that you do get along with. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Go find another one that you do. You're gonna change a whole race of people, whole race of women, because you had issues with black women? Would it be her hair? You know, a lot of dudes do that, go that route when you know they've had a bad time with black women. They want to go, well, I go over here and they have good hair and you don't have good hair. I mean, listen, I don't understand it at all. I don't understand it at all. Majestic Pharaoh said it's self-hate. Absolutely, I believe it is. You don't like yourself. That's why that's why you gang bang and you go out and kill people that look like you, because you don't like yourself. It has nothing to do with crippling blood. It has nothing to do with whatever. It has to do with self-hate. I'm going to kill you because you look like me and I don't like myself. That's exactly what it is. You ain't running around here. You ain't running around here like these dudes. The news don't want to call them the T word, right? what's the word? The T word. You know what the T word is that they call Muslims the T word, right? They don't want to call these school shooters and all that. They don't. They shy away from that. I'm not supposed to say that, but they don't want to call them that. Why? Because they want to sugarcoat over that. They want to the insurrection. They want to smooth it over. They want to whitewash it. They want to do all that, make it seem like it's not so bad. They don't want to. The Republicans don't want to put together a panel or some type of an investigatory. Why did you turn that off? Because it's on here. I was touching shit. Didn't nobody tell you to touch nothing?
My man.
They don't want to put a panel together to investigate the insurrection. So it's all whitewashing. Isn't Ricky bipolar? Whether he is or not has nothing to do with whether or not he chooses to date marry a white woman or not.
And take her last name.
And take her last. Are you out of your mind, dude? Took her last name. You married her and took her. You are the ultimate bitch nigga.
You're not smoking weed.
You smoking weed?
Oh.
He's selling weed under the wiki. People are buying his weed. He got a strand of weed called Wiki Weeds. He's selling weed under his name. If that weed is making you marry white women and take their last name, I don't. If I would smoke weed, I wouldn't want that either. It's gonna fuck up your brain, homie. Like, I think he was diagnosed as bipolar. It has nothing to do. You can be bipolar all you want to. It has nothing to do with whether or not you marry a white woman and take her last name. That's incredibly insane. That's they do so much shit to feminize the black man. It's ridiculous. Look at what's the fucking dude Old Town Road, what's his name? What's Old Town Road name? This dude was on there kissing people. Lil Nas X. This dude's on here kissing people in the mouth and all that kind of shit. You got Wesley Snipes on there in the dress. Everybody, almost everybody famous was in a dress. You got Terry Crews on next Friday chasing Cat Williams around to the point where Cat Williams had to tell him, "I'm a boy, Damon." What does that mean? Listen, hold on. Ice Cube had a part in trying to feminize the black man. How the fuck you gonna put out something? I don't give a fuck how much you get paid. How in the fuck you gonna put out a movie that perpetuates a gay dude getting out of prison chasing a? Come on, man. Come on, knock it off. That's not even funny. I didn't find that funny at all. I found that offensive. Yeah, are there people that do that? Yes, but do you have to put it on the big screen and laugh at it and make jokes when you got Wesley Snipes in one movie in a dress and then the next movie he's fucking what's that fucking kung fu motherfucker? Blade, and he's the tough guy and all that, and then you put him in a dress. Or you put him in a dress and then make him a tough guy. Or whatever the case. Flip Wilson in a dress. Was Nipsey Hussle? Not Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Russell. Was he ever? I don't know if he was ever in a dress. But, all these old comedians, Eddie Murphy was in a dress. Martin Lawrence was in a dress. Who else? Richard Pryor was in a dress, but he was also gay. What's the writer dude that used to be on Dave Chappelle? He was gay too. I seen this thing. They was joking about fellatio during the whole on the whole panel. They was all joking with Robin Williams. Robin Williams over there bobbing on knobs and shit. That whole fucking thing. It was all of them was gay. That whole panel. Who? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Can you turn that light on, please? Because the sun going down. So you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Shannon Sharp. I used to think that, you know, he had something good to say. I looked at him as somebody who made sense a lot of times, but here lately he ain't been making too much sense. He was talking shit. You know, no nigga or no. You just gonna try to sabotage my whole life? Is that what you're gonna do? Thank you. Jesus. So you know, I looked at him like somebody who knew what the hell they talking about, because he did say some, you know, some halfway decent logical stuff. But then when you say you shouldn't force somebody to be in misery, no, not at all. Listen. And then to find out that he also married a white girl and she left his ass. That's what your ass get. That's what your ass get. Shannon Sharp. That's what your ass get. I don't know. We ain't gonna repeat that. I haven't researched that. Can you pull it up? Do you see how many different baby moms? And are they all white? If you don't want to be in misery, why you got so many baby mamas then? If you don't want to be in misery, if dating a black woman is miserable, why you got so many white baby mamas? That's what I want to know. Sounds like you pretty miserable yourself, boy. Yes. So look, I watch 90 Day Fiance. I'm gonna admit to this right now. I watch 90 Day Fiance because it's ridiculously funny. And I watch Unexpected, right? I watch Unexpected, which is on TLC as well. It's about the teenage kids that have baby when they teenage kids or whatever. And I watch Before the 90 Days. I watched that on TLC. And what's the other one? Pillow Talk. I watched that too. 90 Days. Yeah. Oh, and it's another one. It's it's the other 90 Days. It's like 4 different Naked ones. Afraid. Oh, and Naked and I watched Naked and Afraid too. But listen, Naked and Afraid is hilarious. But look, during those, because I watch it on Sling too, and during those shows, why is it that every commercial that comes on that's associated pretty much with anything is showing a black man with a white woman? Shannon Sharp. SHARPE, I believe. The show Unexpected has how many? Was it 3? They got 3 dudes on there, 3 black dudes they're not even married yet. Most of them, I don't think any of them. 3 black dudes with 3 white girls, teenagers, and they're talking about, you know, it's unexpected, and they go through their, you know, delivery process or whatever. I'm like, are you trying to indoctrinate me or something? You trying to just really pump those visions of interracial relationships to the point where Shannon Sharp is saying it as miserable? Damn, it's taking you that long? Mm-hmm. Shannon Sharp says it's miserable dating a black woman. Huh? He has 3 kids. How many baby mamas? Well, he said it was miserable. So you know they're not black. And listen, how are you going to talk about Joe? What's going on? Joe in the building. Naif in the building. My bad. I forgot to say something. How are you going to talk about black women being miserable? You wanted the blackest faces on TV. How the fuck you gonna say that dating a black woman is miserable? You wanted the black faces on TV, huh? Where you get that from? You talk about your grandmama. I guarantee your grandma was black. I guarantee you, your grandma was black. I guarantee it. So you're saying that your granddaddy was miserable? I don't know, but how many baby? You never looked up how many baby mamas he had?
I don't have to.
How many baby mamas? What's his baby mama look like? Is he married?
He's not married.
But when did it?
Kyrie is the son. At the time he was married as the is. Not just that.
You look mixed. Look mixed.
No, he looks all black.
Okay. Well, he may. I don't know. But here's the thing. You said what you said. He said miserable. You can't force nobody to be miserable. Is what he said.
Are you miserable with a black?
No, not at all.
You have fun.
Absolutely. And listen, if I don't get along with somebody, I go get somebody else. Simple as that. And look, I don't say that because I had a bad experience with a black woman that I'm no longer dating black women. I don't do that. See, that ultra beer is extra light. 95 calories. I think, let's see. Absolutely. 2.6 carbs per can, too. But you know what? This is a little bit not like, it's a little bit heavier. But what's going on? What's going on? I don't understand what's going on. The commercials. It's like every commercial, it's like interracial. You got and when I say interracial, you got the black woman with the white dude. Is it because Kamala Harris? Is it because the new Supreme Court justice? Is it because they married to white men? So what? Yeah, according to what was that girl's name? Something about a block. Yeah, she tried to bite off J-Lo and something about Jen on the block or something. She was on the Star Show talking about, black men could be softer with Latino women. Why you want a soft nigga to begin with? I don't understand. Why you want a soft nigga to begin with? Why you want a nigga that he could be softer with a Latino? Why you want a soft ass nigga? I don't understand. But see, a lot of these dudes, you see, I got beautiful mixed children and they are my world. I'm mixed myself, but here's the thing: just because you date another race, does that mean? Do you then bash black women? Because like this dude talking about it's miserable dating a black woman. Okay, if you happen to, because again, I've dated other races of women, but here's the thing: if you do that, I'm not running around here bashing black women though. I mean you don't have to do both. Hit that like button on the way. By the way, hit the share, subscribe, comment, join, become a member to get all the perks. Support the Hood Trucker. The link is the link to get to all the links to support the channel is up on the top of the chat, and we appreciate you if you would. Thank you, appreciate it. No, I love black women. Absolutely. You don't have to bad like these fresh and fit clowns. Listen, Kevin Samuels, another clown.
They like who they want to like.
They can like who, but that doesn't mean you have to bash black women. Why you have to bash black women? Listen. We already on attack. Okay? You giving all this fucking money to Ukraine, and you can't give nothing to Flint, Michigan to fix their water crisis. You got babies over there dying. You got for the water. And you gonna give all that fucking money to them fucking Ukrainians, and you can't give none to us. Look, I just said the other day, all these homeless people running around here. I'm in California. Anywhere in California, you go to LA, you go to Central California, where I am, in Fresno, California, you go to the Bay Area, you go to Sacramento, homeless everywhere. Yet you're gonna let 100,000 refugees come out of there. You're gonna give them a monthly stipend when they get here. Because I talked to an African dude who was driving Uber, said he had a choice to go to Atlanta where he get $400 or go to LA where he get what, $700, something like that. They gonna pay him by the month. Yeah, you got all these homeless people down here, and you got Flint, Michigan, and you got 50, 60, 70 billion dollars given to Ukraine, and you can't give us nothing. You can't give us no reparations. The people of the descendants who built this country. You wanna silence our ability to vote. You can't. If we stand in a line in Georgia, it's illegal for you to give me a bottle of water. It's illegal for you to give me a bottle of water if I'm standing in line in a voting line in a poll booth. It's illegal for you to give me water. What the fuck does that say? And you motherfuckers want to vote for Sleepy Joe. Listen, I will never vote for a Republican, but I don't talk to my niece right now because of the fact that I said Sleepy Joe is not who you think he is. I did a few videos that showcased videos where he was talking about how he didn't care about black situation, whether or not it was poverty or not, poverty rhythm, whatever the case is. He didn't care nothing about nothing. Lock him up, throw away the key because he didn't want them to beat up his wife or his mama or nothing like that. It's crazy. Moonlight's in the building. Hey, Moonlight. You smoking that Ricky Williams?
Hell no. I'm taking my own life.
Listen, I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Listen, it's an attack
Against black women.
It's a black women and blacks as a whole, but especially black women. You know why? Because black women vote. Black women vote. Listen, do you think it's a coincidence? Let me just ask you a question. And comment in the comments, because I'm gonna drop the link in a second. But comment in the comments if you think I'm crazy. I mean,
comment.
You might think I'm crazy, but not for that, but for this. What I'm about to say. Do you think that I'm crazy if I think that there's an assault on black women because they're so heavily involved in voting? Because look at it. They got black men turning against black women. They got black women on TikTok doing all the fucking dances, still in the culture. You got some of the top selling rap artists are white. Almost none of the top rap producers are black. Maybe he's no longer even in the business. He's not even a factor. Jay-Z is probably the top one, but I don't know, like as far in terms of labels or whatever. But most of these dudes are not black. It's an all-out assault to steal the culture. I read somewhere where Great Value tried to trademark Juneteenth and sell it as an ice cream. Tried to trademark Juneteenth. That's crazy. Listen, I'm no longer buying anything Great Value no more. Fuck you. Fuck you. You want to profit off black suffering? Did Great Value try to trademark Holocaust? Did they try to trademark any other people suffering? That's a celebration. Juneteenth is a celebration for the freeing of the slaves. And you try to trademark, and you're not even a black company. I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, I'm sure there's black companies that were more than able to trademark that name, but out of respect, they didn't do it. But you're gonna get the white company to go over there and do it. Now, I don't know if it's stopped or not. I don't know what's going on or what the status of it, but if you go look at Great Value, they have a Juneteenth ice cream. Go look it up. That's crazy. So I don't understand. And a lot of these weirdos, they so busy with looking to make money. You got a Kwame Brown, he's a bitch. He like Fresh and Fit, they bitches. You got all these motherfuckers that's doing this, these high value man type shit. You trying to pump yourself up. If you have a felony, you can't vote. That's crazy. It depends on what state, because I know in California, as soon as you get off parole, you got to get your rights back. And other places it's the same. But as long as if you're on parole or probation or anything like that, they don't let you vote. And that's crazy because they specifically target black areas to go in and shake up the place. Because look, I just said a couple lives ago, maybe even last live, that Louisville, Kentucky, took $6.8 million out of a black community in terms of seizures. They confiscated $6.8 million and took that out of the black community. That's a lot of money. I guarantee the roads is fucked up. Which one to bet that the black part of town in Louisville, Kentucky roads is fucked up? They fucked up here. You go to the west side Fresno, fucked up. I wouldn't even drive over there with the hood trucker mobile. You gonna tear my rims up? I just broke half my rim on near the black side of town. It's more of an industrial part. Broke my shit over there. What you looking at? We don't go to the west side? Not all the way in, like on the tip part. You just put the tip in. No, I didn't put the tip in this one. But you know what I'm saying? You say, Trucker, glad you're doing these types of topics. I'm seeing this shit, and I'm looking at what's what people are talking about, and contrasting it to what people should be talking about. I mean, fuck, I can get on YouTube and hear Whack 100 stories all day long. It's a dude. It was called The Answer. Yeah. It's a dude channel called The Answer. That motherfucker, when I seen him, he had 300 subscribers. I did do my thing, whatever, came back, looked at him again. He had 1,600, came back, he had 5,000. All on Whack 100 in Clubhouse. And none of that shit mean nothing. You arguing with Big U niece. You arguing with some other clown. A bunch of clowns on fucking Clubhouse. You argue going back and forth with Dre Prince over a video about Larry Hoover. Who gives a fuck in the grand scheme of things? Meanwhile, you listen to that shit all fucking day long. And meanwhile, you're going to have 100,000 Ukrainians moving in next door to you, taking your spot on, rent's already high, but they're going to pay their fucking rent. They're going to give them money every month. They give you money every month? Nope. Fuck no. What do they contribute? Nothing. If you have a job, you pay taxes. You can't get shit. Go down to the welfare office and see if you can get some money. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers, they're in war. They're in wartime. They're in a war. Fuck them. They kicked off black people off the fucking train because they didn't look like them. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck about them. I don't give a fuck about them. You're looking out, Majestic Pharaoh. I don't give a fuck about Ukrainians. Fuck them. Listen, you shut down the border and not letting the Mexicans come over because, for the same reason, basically. But yes, you're going to open the fucking floodgate for the fucking blue-eyed, blonde-haired motherfuckers from Ukraine. Give them money, and not only that, give them 50, 60, 70 billion dollars to fund whatever that bullshit is up there. Nobody give a fuck about them. Listen, I work hard for my money. My tax dollars is going over there. Fuck you. I don't like Joe Biden at all. Never did. I never did. According to that dude. Listen, that's crazy. And motherfuckers want to turn off. Look, I said this before. I said, fuck Ukraine. Motherfuckers want to unsubscribe, all that shit. I don't give a fuck. Motherfuckers want to turn off. Oh, you shouldn't be talking about Ukraine. Oh, you don't talk about Ukraine. There's people over there. I don't want to hear that. Fuck you. Fuck you. Listen, that's the problem. I had got into a comment back and forth with somebody who was saying people in America need to get off their ass and go to work. As it relates to me having comments about them sending all that money to Ukraine. I said, well, why the fuck Ukrainians don't go to fucking work? She said, well, they're in a war. I don't give a fuck. If the motherfuckers got to go to work here, they got to go to work over there. Fuck you. Right? That's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers be so worried about the next motherfucker. Worry about right here. I drive on these roads every fucking day, and these motherfuckers is trash. I can't even drive down the street without something falling out of the fucking sky in my truck because the roads is fucked up. And you gonna send $60 billion there? Okay. What about reparations? You gotta have a study. But you can send $70 million to fucking Ukraine. Fuck you. You can send me a $20 check. It's something. You can't send me nothing though in terms of reparations. You couldn't even give me the $600 you promised me and said, oh, Trump gave you that. Fuck you. You said $2,000. You gave me $1,400. I need another $6, bitch nigga. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you. Listen, I didn't vote. I voted for the hood trucker for president. I didn't vote for Joe Biden. I didn't vote for Donald Trump either. Fuck Donald Trump too. Fuck the Republican Party. But also fuck the Democratic Party because they don't do shit for us. Why in the fuck is Flint, Michigan still having water issues? And you got $60, $70 billion to send to fucking Ukraine. Why is that? You can't even put people in place to prosecute the idiots that fucking transferred the fucking water and did all that shit and covered it up and all that shit. You can't even prosecute because you know what? As soon as the Democrats got in the office in there, they dropped the fucking case. Same thing in New York. When they had that fucking, did all that shit and all that research and all that shit to indict Donald Trump in New York, they had the Democrats come in there, the Democrat district attorney, and drop all the fucking charges. To the point where 2 of the prosecutors resigned in protest. And you want to vote Democratic. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck about us. You listen, you watch these TV shows, they throwing that shit in your face. Don't get with a black woman, get with the white woman.
You won't last 40 seconds.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you sabotaging my life? You know what I'm saying? They are throwing this shit. Don't get with a black woman. Black women are bad. They have hired people to push that. Black women are a major force in terms of voting. Why is there such an attack? Kevin Samuels, he's one of the bigger black YouTubers on YouTube, bashing black women. He's one of the biggest YouTubers on YouTube, and he was bashing black women. Fresh and Fit, one of the biggest YouTubers on YouTube, bashing black women. Why is that? Why do you think that is? You think that's coincidence? Fuck no. That's not coincidence. That's not by coincidence. Why do you think these commercials are pumping these interracial relationships? Take a wild guess. Tommy does too. Absolutely. Absolutely he does. Absolutely he does. And by the way, again, if you want to support the channel, feel free to drop a Cash App, a PayPal, a super chat. We greatly appreciate it. But he does too. And look, he's laid out a path to we can make a good living based on bashing black women. I don't get it. I don't understand. So look, I'm gonna drop the link. Oh, I'm doing the wrong shit. I'm gonna drop the link in here, just in case y'all got something to say. Oops. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna drop the link. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. Am I crazy? Am I a lunatic? Am I on to something? Who knows? I mean, look. I like goofy shows. I like goofy shows as much as anybody. I mean, you know, look. I watch 90 Day Fiance and Naked and Afraid. And I watch First 48. I like watching a lot of different stuff. But usually when I watch the TLC stuff, and I don't know what it is about TLC, but for some reason TLC likes to push commercials with interracial relationships on it. I don't understand that. I don't understand why the first transsexual Barbie had to be black. I don't understand. I mean, you know, to me, it's just like a conspiracy to water down black culture or water down the man, to feminize the man. You know what I'm saying? To make the black man weaker. Make you know, because it's already like they already did a study that showed that when whites do crime, they try to minimize it. When blacks do crime, they try to turn him into, like, if he's a teenager, they want to turn him into an adult, or because, you know, when the Buffalo shooter, they call him a teenager. He was 18 plus, right? They want to call him a teenager. They want to call him this, or they want to, you know, they don't want to call you know, white people that do mass shootings. They don't want to call him a T word. They want to call him, you know, sick and deranged and, you know, everything other than that. You know, they want to treat people different. You know, perfect example is the insurrection. If those were black people, they would have been molding people down. Let's see, Bill Cosby had a good show, but now tarnished to a degree. Now, Bill Cosby is a totally different thing. I think Bill Cosby got exactly what he deserved. And you know why that is? Listen. Why the fuck would you be carrying around drugs that you don't use? If you don't use cocaine, you don't smoke weed, you don't use Quaaludes and all of that, why would you carry that around readily available for females that you want to holler at? And then when they come back and say, hey, you drugged me, I don't understand. So Bill Cosby put his own self in that position. He's one of them holier than thou motherfuckers that want to run around talking shit about how everybody need to pull their pants up and talking shit about whether or not you cussing in your comedy and all that type of shit. Listen, if you're gonna be righteous, then why the fuck is you running around here with drugs that you don't use? Listen, I drink alcohol. Matter of fact, I got some right here. 1800. But I don't smoke weed. You'll never catch me with weed. I don't do cocaine, so you never catch me with any cocaine. I don't do heroin or none of that, and you'll never catch me with none of it. Because I don't use it. Why the hell am I having it around if I don't fucking use it? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would Bill Cosby be carrying around drugs that he doesn't use? You got all these people. You got fucking Joe Brown talking about he didn't get he got a technicality or whatever, and then the other judge from Chicago, whatever his name is, I forgot. But he talking about, well, it's this and that and the other. Listen, the motherfucker had drugs. The motherfucker admitted to under a deposition that it wasn't supposed to get out. It ended up getting out. But he admitted to it. And so what is inadmissible? You shouldn't be carrying around drugs you don't use. For what reason? Come on now. You're not going to use them, so why you have them? Motherfucker does it got whatever. Because he ain't a little kid, he knew what comes with carrying it around. Absolutely. He knew, listen, it took him less than an hour to go to the Valley shooter after he went inside the classroom. Took them, yeah. Because and there's an investigation on that. The police got scared. They didn't want to go up in there. They didn't want to go up in there. And who knows? Like, I don't know the details to all that, but I know that they just I don't know if it was indicted or found guilty. One of the people from the Florida shooters that they had like a year or two ago that was hesitant about going in, and that's your fucking job. Like, your fucking job is to go in there and handle that situation. You hanging outside, and, just hanging out. you finna get that. That's a crime, dude. Like, don't have that job if you ain't trying to go in there and fucking handle that situation. Why you even got that job? That's the job. Why you have that job if you ain't trying to handle that situation? Mike Green, welcome. Right? So I don't understand. I don't get it. And it's a shame. And I think more people need to start waking up. Look, I'm not able. I got a ton of projects, so I'm not able to be on top of everything like I would like to be. That'll come soon, but Uncle Phil, what is this? That Phil Smith show or something like that. Support the Hood Trucker Show. Absolutely support us. Again, the links are in the top of the chat, pinned on the top of the chat, the Cash App, the PayPal, all of that. We appreciate it. It's a shame. It's a shame that people like Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, Tommy Sotomayor. You're selling your soul. You're selling your soul. Tommy Sotomayor, I've heard him justify why can't I do this or why can't I do this, and these people. Listen, you can pull out of every race that there is, you can pull out equivalent bottom tier women and make an example out of them. Every race, it's not just black women. You could look at them because they wear bonnets or whatever in the airport or whatever the case. Look, you're gonna say that a black woman who has a few kids that's on welfare, and you don't think that she's worth anything or whatever because she wears a bonnet or whatever the case, you're gonna say that she's less valuable than a white heroin addict who's living on the street? Listen, there are you can find degenerates in every race of women. So the fact that you would point that out and you happen to be black, he was a sucker and a mark, in my opinion. Tommy don't say nothing about trifling white or Hispanic women. Right, because he has a thing against black women, or he has found it profitable to talk about black women. A lot of people don't like black women. You know why? Because they're the strongest women on the planet. They're the strongest women on the planet. Tommy don't say nothing about, yeah. They're the strongest women on the planet. And it takes It takes a strong man to be in a relationship with a strong black woman. Absolutely. Absolutely. It takes a lot. You have to be a strong black man. Or you don't even have to be a strong black man. You got to be a strong person. Anyway. Now, in the case of black women that date or marry white men, I don't know. I don't know how that goes, because I don't think that there's very many white men that are as strong as black men. I'm just gonna put it out, because look, generally, we go through more shit than a white person. Generally, you know, there is a such thing called white privilege for a reason. White people generally start out further ahead than black people. Look, history will show. When we get to a certain point, a lot of times we were knocked back down because the white segment of the community near them didn't like it. They didn't want prosperous blacks because they knew what would happen. So if you go into a Black Wall Street in Tulsa and completely wipe out that thing, that has generational consequences. It's not, you just don't go in and then you just destroy that and that's all it is. That has generational consequences. History has shown that like whole black neighborhoods in the South were ransacked, bombed houses and all of that, and then white people come in and take all their land. Generational consequences for that. Because when you look at, you got certain high power families that were born or were created their wealth through bootlegging, through illegal activities back in the day. The Rothschilds and all these, a lot of them people was doing illegal shit. And look, when you're able to build and get farther and farther and generation after generation, you tend to get that's why there's a wealth gap. You look at all in terms of the assault on the black woman. Why is it that in the South and Louisiana specifically, that the mortality rate in Louisiana in terms of of birth mothers, black women are dying faster than any other segment of any other race. Chinese, whites, blacks. Chinese, whites, Hispanic. It's like some high number. Why is that? Black women are dying in the South. They're shooting the unarmed black men in the streets. The police is, and then in the hospital, they're killing the black woman, or not killing the black woman, but at least not giving them the same type of medical care to the point where they're dying. What's up, Ronald? You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's crazy when you look at what's going on from the stand, and you look back, and you just look at what's going on the TV, what's going on in the hospital, what's going on in the streets, what's going on in the media. You got prominent black men talking about how dating a black woman is miserable, and you shouldn't make someone be miserable. to call them out about not dating a black woman. Shouldn't make them be miserable, as if to say that dating a black woman is miserable. That's insane. That is completely insane. And I don't agree with that at all. So we dropped the link. Y'all had nothing to say. We had a deep conversation about what's going on in the black community and why is it that all this shit's going on. I don't know. But look, Ricky Williams then went in there and took his white wife's last name, and he's a black man. You are a bitch. You are the mark of the week. You are the mark of the week. And we're gonna continue this because it's ridiculous. And I see it all the time. And I'm gonna start pointing out some of these weirdos that that are what's the word I'm looking for? They're promoting it like you are engaging in that weirdo shit. You like you are tearing the black community down when you do shit like that. You don't get, but they don't give a fuck. You know, they get money, they get away from the black community, and then you don't give a fuck. Look at Black Lives Matter over there hanging out with the white people in the mansion. What type of shit is that? It's amazing. It's amazing. So I'm gonna get out of here because I just wanted to come in on this, Memorial Day, cooked a little barbecue. I got a shot waiting on me. And I just wanted to come through and just say, hey, let's open our eyes and start calling these people out for doing what they do. I don't know if anybody has called Ricky Williams out. I don't necessarily know I don't know if Shannon Sharp said anything, whatever. I don't know how he feels about taking a woman's last name, let alone a white woman. I don't know. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So, Tommy hates black women, but he likes to, right. That dude is a weirdo too. It's a bunch of weirdos on here, man. It's a bunch of weirdos. Look, YouTube is it's infested with weirdos and bitch niggas. Infested. So we're gonna have to bring out the exterminator, start exterminating some of these people. Verbally, I'm saying. So with that, enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day, and we're gonna get back real soon. Take care.